Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about vehicles. We started that before school closed, so I want to continue a little bit. And we learned that vehicles are machines that take people and things from one place to another. And we are also going to see that they can help us do our work. We talked about how buses are vehicles that move people around. You've seen buses on the streets of Lompoc taking people to work and school and to the movies and restaurants. And then there's another vehicle that I think is really cool. It's called a bullet train, and it can take people long distances, but it goes very, very fast, so it doesn't take too long. So maybe someday you'll get to ride on a bullet train. On the streets are cars and trucks and buses and different vehicles that take people where they need to go. Also, school buses. We love our school buses. They take us to school and to home and on field trips. And we look forward to riding school buses again someday soon. You might have a vehicle of your own, believe it or not. So here are some vehicles that kids own and take them from one place to another, and also that they can have some fun on. Hopefully, you're getting out on your vehicles occasionally. All right, so vehicles can also move things from one place to another. So, trains, mail trucks, we have to get the mail moving from one place to another, and then a car carrier would move cars around, and then a cargo ship has these boxes on board, and they're filled with things that are made in one place and need to get to another place so we can buy them and use them. So, as I said earlier, some vehicles help us work. So, here is a digger that would work at a construction site. And here is a garbage truck. You've probably seen those. We've seen them at school sometimes, and they are hard workers. Can you think of some working vehicles? Did you think of a tugboat? A tugboat is a little boat, but it has a very strong engine, and it can move ships in and out of the harbor. Let's see, did you also think of a police car? Police officers have important work to do, and they need a good, fast car, and they need a car with sirens on it so it can tell people to move out of the way. A tractor is a working vehicle. Farmers need help getting their fields ready for planting, and a tractor is a good vehicle to do that. Ambulances are also working vehicles to help people, sick people or hurt people, get to the hospital quickly. And a fire truck is also a important working vehicle. So good job thinking of some working vehicles. I'm going to be reading you a story about construction site vehicles, vehicles that are helping on a building site. And it is called Goodnight Construction Site. And it is a fiction story, meaning it's not real, but it's a fun way to learn about working vehicles. So this story is called Goodnight Construction Site. The authors are Sherry Dusky Rinker and Tom Lichtenheld. So this is Goodnight Construction Site. And as I'm reading this story, you might listen for some words that rhyme. Down in the big construction site, the tough trucks work with all their might. To build a building, make a road, to get the job done, load by load. The sun has set, the work is done. It's time for trucks to end their fun. So one by one they'll go to bed, to yawn and rest their sleepy heads, then wake up to another day of rough and tough construction play. Working hard to help his team, crane truck raises one last beam. Reaching, stretching, lifting high, he swings the beam into the sky. He'll set it down right on its mark, then off to bed. It's almost dark. He slowly folds his boom back in, and then with one last sleepy grin, he tucks himself in nice and tight, then cuddles up and says good night. Shh, good night, crane truck, good night. Spinning, churning all day long, cement mixer sings his whirly song. Now, yawn, he's and so dizzy from the fun that keeps him busy. With one last spin, he pours the load. He's ready now to leave the road. He takes a bath, gets shiny bright, pulls up his chute, turns off his light. He cuts his engine, slows his drum, and dreams sweet dreams of twirly fun. Shh, good night, cement mixer, good night. Dump truck loves to work and haul. He carries loads both big and small. He moves the dirt from place to place, then dumps it with a happy face. One final load spills on the heap. Crunch! Now dump truck's tired and wants to sleep. He lowers his bed, locks his gate, rests his wheels. It's getting late. He dims the lights, then shuts his doors, and soon his engine slows to snores. Shh! Good night, dump truck. Good night. Hey, pipe down out there. Pushing with his mighty blade, bulldozer works to smooth the grade. He clears the way to level ground and fills the air with thunderous sound. Roar! No one's as tough and strong as he, but now he's sleepy as can be. He puffs some smoke out of his stack, turns off his engine, stops his track. He curls into his soft dirt bed and dreams of busy days ahead. Shh! Good night, bulldozer. Good night. Scooping gravel, dirt, and sand, excavator shapes the land. He digs and lifts throughout the day. Arg! But now it's time to end his play. A few more holes to dig and soon he rolls to bed beneath the moon. He twirls upon his bumpy track, pulls up his boom, stretches his back. He sets his scoop down on the ground and snuggles up without a sound. Shh! Good night, excavator. Good night. These big, big trucks so tough and loud, they work so hard, so rough and proud. Tomorrow is another day, another chance to work and play. Turn off your engine, stop your tracks. Relax your wheels, your stacks and backs. No more huffing and puffing, team. It's time to rest your heads and dream. Construction site all tucked in tight. The day is done. Turn off the light. Great work today. Now, shh, good night. And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you also saw all of the work that these construction vehicles do during the day. No wonder they're tired at night. Okay, see you again soon.